You are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. God created you and me to stamp out the injustices of the world, to secure the freedom of all, and to guard the dignity of each and every human light.
It is my honor to welcome you to Priceless 2019. Due to your generous contributions, each year the Global Center for Women and Justice hosts the longest-running anti-human trafficking conference on the West Coast, appropriately titled Ensure Justice.
We realize that we represent multiple faiths, but we are united in our commitments to anti-human trafficking, to see justice, to see the Lord, our God, work on behalf of the vulnerable, the weak, the exploited, and so we are united in that cause and in that effort.
In 2017, a newspaper headline read, "Global sex trafficking ring busted in one of America's happiest, safest cities." The perpetrators lived in a home with a white picket fence right here in Irvine. These headlines prove that traffickers do live among us and in plain sight.
I've been doing this assignment where I prosecuted human traffickers for a long time now, and I have been able and blessed to go throughout the country and train on human trafficking. And when we think about human trafficking, Orange County specifically, I usually get people shocked that we have human trafficking in Orange County. As a state, 72% of the trafficking victims in the state of California are domestic. They're not from international, they're homegrown girls and boys from our own backyard.
This is not easy stuff. My grandfather of blessed memory used to look at me and go, "So Diana, what did you talk about this Shabbos?" And I go, "Oh, well, I talked about CSAC, commercial sexual exploitation of children." He goes, "Oi, Diana, talk about Yiddishkeit, that's what they want to hear." And for those who don't understand Seinfeld Yiddish, Yiddishkeit is talking about nice things. And I said, "But Grandpa, this is what's nice things. This is what's so important, because if we're not talking about what's really going on out there, then we're doing a disservice to the next generation." What binds our societies together? One, we are bound by our love for our children. Two, we are bound to our society by our work for the good. Three, we are bound together by our love for our place. And four, we are bound by our shared humanity. And I ask rabbis all the time, I ask ministers all the time, I ask imams all the time, how often do you talk about these issues from the pulpit? And some of them will say to me, "Oh, I talk about it. Yeah, I talked about it once." I said, "Really, when?" They said, "Oh, about 10 years ago." So we need to educate ourselves, right? Sandy, this is what you do so incredibly well with women and men all over the world. You have to work towards prevention, because as Ben Franklin said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? And he's absolutely right. If we actually work towards prevention, then we don't have to react. We don't have to respond. We don't have to figure out the next step. We have to advocate. We have to advocate for better laws. We have to better behavior, better policies. We have to report. We have to report when we see something. In New York City, if you go on the subway, it always says, if you see something, say something, right? But we have to, and even if it's uncomfortable and it hurts and doesn't make us feel good, we have to live in the here and the now. We have to prevent, we have to help, we have to dedicate ourselves to that purpose.
I was looking at some numbers. 30 million impressions, 20,000 listeners, 147 nurses, 91 countries. And I was feeling really good, because those are my numbers, our numbers, for the Global Center for Women and Justice this year. I believe that this needs to become an issue that is part of our history and no longer an issue every day. How did we get here? How did we get here? The Global Center for Women and Justice is built on research, education, advocacy, collaboration to build hope.
this organization depends on philanthropy to make sure all of these activities happen because of the philanthropy that you're able to provide.
Well, first of all, I just want to say what a blessed room to be in. So many great people. I can tell the energy and the spirit in the room is wonderful. Priceless is how I actually feel about it. You know, this is just a great event. Thank you, Karen, for having me here and raising my awareness. I will say that I just had no clue of what was going on until I read some material that you sent and being here today, and it means a lot to me. And I have a daughter, and it breaks my heart to hear and know of some of these things. But it's just a wonderful event. So anyway, let's get back to this auction. They can wear my ring.
Oh, they could wear, because now wait a minute.
I'm going to sweeten the pot.
All right, you're going to sweeten the pot because he was part of the Rams team that won the Super Bowl. So let me see that ring. Let me see that ring.
Wear a ring like this. Yeah.
If you bid, you're going to wear it
All right.
on that day. I'm going to bring it for you.
Okay.
I got $2,000 here. I got $2,000. You're going to give me $2,100. I got $2,100 now. Sold it right there at table 20. $3,500. Spotters, we have your number. I got $15,000 right there. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Number 106. Is there somebody? 225, $10,000. Thank you. I've got $5,000. 101. 101, $5,000. 102, $5,000. Anybody else at $1,000 for this? I see 251. I see 374. Thank you so much.
It's time for us to do something. It's time for us to do something. If not now, then when will we see an end to all this pain?
I'd like to invite the Assistant Director, Derek Marsh, to join me as we present our annual Diamond Awards. These are really important because they help us see exemplars of people who are collaborating to make a difference.
Adonai oz amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength unto all people.
What you do makes you part of our collaborative model to do research, education, advocacy, collaboration, and build hope. The survivor's message to you is you changed her life. You gave her hope.